Bill should have led with the kiss. He should have brought up the kiss in front of Carter. That's what he should have did because Katie stalling and stuff and she's sitting the mixed signal. I said, what's the difference between how you currently acting and how Bill was acting in regards to you and what's her name, Brooke? But hey, y'all, welcome back to another video with Like a Chest. This for the Bold and Beautiful April 20, 2023. Okay, so look, the whole Katie thing. I'm like, look, bring up the kiss because at this point the way they showing it is like Katie is gonna say she fed up with Bill. She appreciate what he did with uh Sheila, what he did to put Sheila behind bars, but she's not gonna choose him. I said no, because either way it go, the kiss verified that you still have feelings for him. Cause what was that, a nice gesture kissing him? I said I don't know, the way she acting and the way she was like, you could say anything, what you got to say in front of what you got to say to me, say it in front of Carter. And I said, look, you know doggone well you want him, so stop leading Carter on. Carter, hopefully he's able to read the situation and tell, especially if they bring up the kiss. But you know, sometimes with these shows they'll introduce a storyline and then they won't even mention it. We might not even hear anything else about the kiss because he should have led with that. I'm here to talk. When she said, anything you gotta say to me, you can say in front of Carter. You're like, okay, I want to talk about that kiss we shared. So that'll let Carter know. But I say regardless, like the other review I did, I said regardless, Carter always seems to not care. He don't care if you're married. He don't care if you in a relationship with somebody. He don't care. He think you, if he wants you, he gonna try to get. To be honest, this how it goes. They never give him a love interest that wants only him. And I was like, dog, that's why they haven't been progressing the Katie and Carter thing. But I don't know, after this, we just gotta wait and see. What, we got one more episode this week? Yeah, one more episode. So we'll see. They said tomorrow, Bill puts Katie on the spot. So I don't know if that's him telling her about the kiss or what, but he said he ain't giving up. But okay, so Sheila told Bill that she should have never trusted him. And Bill starts talking about what he sacrificed so Sheila wouldn't be a threat to them, or his family. Sheila told Taylor that she should be in a cell right next to her. She's like, I know what you did. She said, you should be in a cell right next to mine. I said, really? Majority of the cast should be in a cell right next to you because because of what they did. But look, that whole situation right there, I was like, what they finna get ready to do? Because they kept, anytime they get to turn to these folks or calling them crazy or just saying you gonna be here for life or you done before you finish or something like that, nobody's ever gonna care about you. And she was like, what did she tell him? She basically said, she may be locked up, but she can cause problems. She may be locked up, but she can cause problems. But Taylor told her days of terrorizing are over. And Sheila upset. She lifted up the little table thing and stuff. I said, yeah, something about to happen. But they showed Deacon think about Sheila. But over there, Carter asked again if what Bill did change. Excuse me. Carter asked Katie again if what Bill did changes how she feel about him. And she's stalling and she was about to say something and he interrupted her. I said, don't interrupt. Why they always interrupting these folks? Stop interrupting them so they can say what they mean and mean what they say. But I mean, they could say they could say it, but that don't mean they mean it. Because Katie, she lying at this point. Tell this man the truth that you like what you told Bill. There's no one quite like him. You kissing and all that stuff, that proves you ain't over him. So don't even do that to him. Respect him enough to tell him I'm unsure right now. But even he was like saying how he know they got a history, they got a child, and all this other stuff. I said, you fool. When are we gonna get to a point where we start making excuses for folks? No, if they don't repeatedly show you that they can't be trusted with your heart, your time, anything, then don't trust them. I don't care. Cause if Brooke came over today and said she wanted that man, you done for. But you over here, it shouldn't even be a question. Oh, you shouldn't have been kissing him. Like the fact y'all, I guess they ain't a couple, so I don't know if they would be considered cheating. It's not cheating because I don't think they an official couple. But at the same time, look, you gotta pay attention to that type of stuff. Hope still over here talking to Deacon about Sheila, and I said, look, I wanted her to see. I thought during this grand opening, matter of fact, they haven't talked about the grand opening anymore. They haven't talked about it. I haven't heard about it. What happened to the grand opening? Cause I've been talking I thought the whole Sheila and Deacon having an affair thing was gonna get exposed then, but there was a whole look. They turned that into something completely different. I said, look, they start out writing stuff and then they must forget. But I haven't heard about the opening. Look, I just thought about that. But yeah, she's talking to Deacon. Hope is talking to Deacon, and she calls him a hero. He's a hero to her because of how he helped with Sheila take her down, but Deacon doesn't want to take credit for it. Hope asked if Deacon is proud of himself. You are proud of yourself, aren't you? I said no, because he don't put the love of his life, the woman he loved, I should say, the woman he in love with, behind bars. He don't help. But Deacon asked Hope about Thomas as well as how Liam feels about the whole Thomas thing. I guess we're gonna get more of that next week because this week just seemed to focus on the Sheila thing. But Hope starts again talking about how Deacon helped to get Sheila out of their lives for good, and they just going on and on about Sheila. Hope is going on and on about Sheila being locked up for good. The way Deacon helped, I said, you can't even tell that your father feels some type of even. You should even know. I think one time they did mention the fact that him and Sheila were friends. They were buddy buddy or whatever. But I was like, y'all do know he was friends with her, right? But I say, I don't know. But I wanted it to come out that Deacon has feelings for her. But look, I knew he was gonna go to see Sheila. Okay, Katie's still stalling. She's still stalling in regards to telling Carter. And she said what Bill did was huge, she knew they were still good at him. She was the only one that could see they were still good at him. I knew it was down. It's something about knowing him years ago, the good that was in him years ago. And I said, girl, you fooling yourself. Bill gonna be back doing something crazy. Sometimes, well, if they give him a storyline, he is, because they've been so focused on the same storylines. I don't know. I wonder what's next besides the Hope and Thomas thing because they need a real good storyline. But yeah, Katie was stalling. She still ain't tell Carter about the kids. Look, Bill probably gonna mention it. He better mention it because you don't just you don't just kiss somebody you over. You don't kiss somebody you over. No, you ain't ready to move on. I don't know if she ever gonna be ready to move on. But yeah, I wonder if they actually gonna do that where they actually. And was they hinting at a Taylor Bill thing? I don't know if I talked about that the other day. A Taylor Bill coupling or what. But yeah, they know. You don't get with her. They need to find Carter somebody new because she over here kissing him and stuff. She's not over Bill. Carter was talking about Bill. First, he was asking her basically, he understands the history, he understands why she would still have feelings, but then he starts talking about the pain Bill caused. He doesn't want Katie to be hurt. And I said, right, I understand that. He's reminding Katie of all the disrespect Bill has given her. He told her she deserves someone better, even if that's not him. And I said, right. So, she starts talking about how she feels about him and the way he makes her feel safe and wanted and just all this other stuff. I said, you full of baloney at this point. You sending mixed signals. Excuse me. You sending mixed signals. Tell him the truth. Don't be over here lying like the rest of these folks. Tell the truth. But when Bill came in, Katie took her arms on around Carter. And I said, in that moment, she solidified what everybody already knew anyway. She wanted Bill. She like, Bill, how'd it go with Sheila? You know doggone well. He ain't coming there to talk about no doggone Sheila. But yeah, and Carter just looking and looking. I said, Carter, take this. You usually don't recognize the signs, Carter. But here's a real big red flag. It's a stop sign at this point. It's a stop sign saying stop. And he just stood up there just waiting on her to say, even if she tells him, look, I love you. I always love you. Father of my son. Will. But that don't mean that the feelings in her heart gonna go away because she said something with her mouth. That don't matter. She took her arms around. She could have kept her arms around her like, hey, come in. We need to talk. Or she could have already told Carter about the kiss and be like, he knows about the kiss. He understands, and she could let him down gently. Let him down gently. Tell him how it is. Don't even let him down gently because he chose Brooke over you. And Carter reminded her of that. Okay, so Deacon goes to see Sheila and he apologized. He feeling guilty. He was worried about her after her heart attack. That's what he tell her. And he asks how she doing. He tells her he didn't want this. They came to him with it. He didn't want to go back to prison. And he was talking about how he tried to get away. But something always draws him back in when it comes to her. And I said, look, Sheila gonna want something. She gonna want something. It's like what she told Taylor and them. She still got power even though she locked up. And I said that. I said she could just get Dickie to do. I said that what was yesterday or day before yesterday. I said she could just get somebody to do her dirty work for her. She seemed to be good at talking people into doing whatever she want. But yeah, he's like, you know why? You feel the same. He basically saying he love her and everything. That's why he keep coming back. But yeah, like I said, Bill came back in, and he was like, he's there to speak to Katie alone. And she said, anything you got to say, you can say it in front of Carter. He's like, okay. So he started pouring his heart out to her. He tells her he's not gonna give up. He want one more chance. I said, if you ask this girl for one more chance and you don't do nothing, I hate when people ask for chances. They beg you. I know somebody feel what I'm saying. They beg you for a chance. You give them the chance or another chance, and they don't do diddly squat with the doggone chance. You just like, man, I should have trusted my gut. Katie better trust her gut. And even now, it's like, I think Carter has an opening to leave, because even if she rejects Bill right then and there, her heart still yearns for him. Her heart wants him and only him. Like, you need to accept this. Hey, he might be. If Quinn really coming back, then he might dump her for. He might dump Katie for Quinn anyway, because he wanted Quinn at first. Look, poor Carter. They just don't want to get this man nobody for him. But yeah, Bill was pouring his heart out, asked for one more chance. I said, look, you done had one more chance and one more chance and 10 more chances. It's over with. He said he would go to any length. He said the thing with Sheila has proven to everybody. He'd go to any length to get what he wants. He believes deep down that Katie feels the same way about him. He wants her to tell him she's still his Katie. And I said, bring up the kiss. You talking all that jibber jabber stuff we've heard before, stuff she's heard before. Bring up the kiss, because she over here stalling and stuff. I said, no, instead of over here kissing him, you tell him about the kiss. Because he was trying to be understanding, like, I understand y'all have a history. No, she should be over this by now. How many times this man got to tell you and show you that he don't want you? I don't understand. Like, because no, he did her dirty. And continued talking about something. And I know he was just telling Sheila that stuff, but I was like, how you the one did her wrong. You the one chose her sister over her. I was like, once he chose Brooke, or slept with Brooke, that's disgusting when you think about it. But yeah, y'all let me know down below what y'all thought of this episode. What do y'all think Sheila's gonna do next? Because she gonna do something. We all know that. Like she said, don't count her out. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great rest of the day. Don't forget, I was about to say like, comment, subscribe again. But deuces.